So you're out here breaking generational curses. You're the first to build a brand new home in your family. You're the first to build a business and have it do fairly well. Maybe you're the first to graduate. You got your dream car, your dream job. And the first thing you want to do is tell your parents, hoping that they'll be happy for your accomplishment. But the energy that you get from them always seems fake. It's like you've never been able to impress them. Why is that? I'm gonna get straight to it. The reason you can't impress your parent is because they are a narcissist and they are secretly in competition with you. I know it's hard to stomach, but the sooner you come to realize all the lines keep drawing to the same conclusion. Oh, that's my mom, that's my dad, surely I'm the kid. They couldn't be jealous or envious of me. They can't be competing with me. Well, ask yourself, how come every time they congratulate you, they're really not jumping for joy? They hate when you do better than them. They hate when you achieve things that they have never done. This is why they can't congratulate you properly. This is why the more successful you get, the more they start to distance themselves. It's just funny like that. Everything that you do good is just met with criticism, met with negative remarks, met with the silent treatment. And they just act like they don't see anything you're doing. But they'll tell you about everything negative about you, including the stuff that they made up themselves about you. They'll tell you that. But they're not going to talk about your accomplishments. They're not going to talk about the business that you built. They're not going to talk about the house that you've built. They're not going to talk about the new life that you've built. They're not going to care that you graduated, that you got your master's, your bachelor's degree. They're not going to care that you got a promotion at work. They're not going to care about anything good that you do for yourself. They're only going to focus on the negatives, and they're going to focus on bringing you down. That is a competitive parent. That is not normal. Understand that. That energy you feel is real. Don't get it twisted. I know before you watch this video, you're in your head, everything is just a cloud because you've done everything possible. You're the child. First of all, you are the child, and you didn't sign up for this competition whatsoever. Any child wants to impress their parent, but you get these situations in a lot of different parents to where they just aren't happy for the things that you accomplish. So it's like every single good thing that you've done in your life just gets completely ignored. And that narcissistic mother only focuses on the negative attributes of you as if you're supposed to be perfect. The funny thing about it is most of the time it's just straight up lies. It's projection. It's things that's true about them and it's not true about you, but they project it onto you because they don't want you to exceed higher than them. They want you to stay on the same level. This is why the projection and things they say to you, you be like, that's not me, that's you. Now, this becomes more apparent, especially if you have siblings. You may notice that your siblings can do the same thing or maybe accomplish something far less than what you've done. And your parents will be in full support of them. They'll be there 100% of the way. But let you do something. Oh, and don't let it be something really big. You're going to get
oh, well, congratulations.
The energy is not going to be the same, and you notice it. You're going to find that your narcissistic mother is going to praise everybody around her except for you. That's intentional. Believe the energy. Believe what you feel. It's absolutely intentional. She's purposely ignoring your accomplishments because she's intimidated by them. These accomplishments that you're doing are too big. They really are breaking generational curses. They didn't expect you to be the first. They don't want you to be the first to do it. The sad thing about it is they don't even want to learn how to do it. You probably even went back and tried to tell them how you do it, and they still just gonna roll their eyes. That's what ignorance is. It's not even a slur. It's a will to not want to learn anything. And that's why they stuck in the same places. You are the smart one out of the family. You're the only one who knows that you have to get out of a toxic situation. You're the only one who knows how to self-educate. And you're actually out here doing it. Like, you're really out here doing it on paper. And make no mistake, she sees it. Your brothers and sisters, they see it. They all see it from afar and they hate it. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how high of whatever it is that you achieve on your goals. They are going to resent you because it's just in them. It's a disorder. They don't even know why they do it. They're going to make up lies. They're going to spread rumors about you in a negative aspect just to try to keep you down on their level. Come on now. Y'all know the energy I'm talking about. You remember the time you tried to invite them to such and such, and they just gave up all of these different excuses to why they can't make it to your event. But they'll go to Walmart with your sister or your brother. You may find that you may start to succeed so much to where your narcissistic parent realizes that they can't no longer control you and they can't come onto your turf acting however they want to. Granted, you are the child of the parent, and this isn't your perspective whatsoever because this is a competition that you didn't even sign up for. You didn't even know that you were competing. You're trying to impress and say, hey, look, mom, look, dad, look at what I done. Aren't you proud of me? But they're looking at it as competition. This is bigger than what I've done. This is what they're saying in their head. This is way bigger. You don't need all of that. Oh, you must just be rolling in cash. They start mumbling all these little smart remarks and stuff while they're in your brand new home. You just want to show what you have accomplished. Deep down, you feel it. You just like, why aren't they just happy for me? Why can't they just be happy for me? I haven't done anything hostile or malicious towards them, but they will smile in your face and tell you thanks for everything. They'll tell you, I love you. And then they'll go right behind your back and act like you kicked them out and put them in the mud and call them all types of names. It's amazing. And you the whole time you're just here and you're just like, how did all this happen? And then the next thing you know, you have a lot of grown people just upset at you. Don't get in your head about it. Stop questioning yourself. Stop asking, what did I do? Or how could I have done this better? Or could this have went any different? The answer is no. The answer to all of that is no. There's nothing you could have done different. You're being punished simply for doing better for yourself. That's out of your control. That's completely out of your control. And we have to move on from it. You are the odd one out, and it's time to accept it. Maybe at this point that you're watching this video, you're at the point where you're continuously trying to do things and show things, hoping that maybe this here would impress them. Maybe that will impress them. But you're going to be stuck in an endless cycle of trying to prove something to somebody who don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you do good. Yes, your mom, your dad does not want to see you do good. I can't put it no more plainer than that. It's hard to realize, it's hard to stomach, trust me, I get it. But you're probably in your head thinking about all the times and all the memories, and everything just keeps clicking. Everything keeps coming back to the same conclusion. And you finally realize, wow, my mom really is jealous of me. That's sad. If you grew up in a narcissistic household, then likely you have a lot of childhood trauma. You probably ended up with a bad temper because you got the silent treatment a lot as a kid and no one heard you out. So the only way people would hear you out if you was to just burst out in anger, which was intentionally done just so they can point the finger at you and say, look how bad he is. Look how bad she is. So let's say this was you back then and you didn't understand why, but you've grown, you've learned, you've separated yourself, and you fixed a lot of your own self-behavior problems. They will see the growth in you. They would see the woman, the man that you have become, all of your success. They would see you accomplishing things, and they would go back 20, 30, 40 years and try to paint the old you as today. They would do anything to not make you look successful, and they would tell anybody who would listen. This is like a natural instinct. This is like a natural effect. It's jealous and envy. People don't like for you to succeed. People don't like for you to be loved by many. They don't like for you to trend. They don't like for you to be popular. I have a perfect example of that. We have a pastor, Pastor Mike, that just went viral for his whole Just Jesus thing. This man just got caught in the moment, and he was just thankful and just praising Jesus in his name. Do y'all know that pastors and other church members became so jealous and envy of him being the talk at the time to where they started to throw shots and telling people not to go to his church? That's fake what he's doing. Anything to discredit him. It is a natural instinct that when people are successful and they're popular, you're just going to get what they simply call haters. I really don't like to use that term haters because it's so diluted now, but that's what it is. These people don't want to see other people succeed or do better than them. And in this case, it's your own blood. It's your family. It's your mom. It's your brother. It's your sister. It's your dad. It's your auntie. And I guarantee you right now, you may be in a new spot in your life and they're all still in the same place that they were 20 and 30 years ago doing the exact same thing. They haven't grown whatsoever. I can guarantee you they haven't grown whatsoever. Nothing has changed about their life. Nothing has changed about their day-to-day activities. But you formed a whole complete new life. Things are better. Things are less toxic. They know it. They know that life is a lot easier for you. This is why they try to throw negativity into your life by any means necessary, especially if you already have your family cut off. They're going to create fake accounts. They're going to go on their phone and they're going to type your name into their search bar just about every week. It's like they hate that they love you. They hate that they admire you. But make no mistake, a lot of times it just triggers them to say even more bad stuff about you. But you can't worry about that because that's just something that's not in your control. And you're gonna go crazy trying to control that stuff. Now you're allowed to hurt. There's gonna be some nasty, mean things that your own blood say about you. They're gonna dig deep. They're gonna shoot low by any means necessary. They're gonna turn as many people against you as possible. This is how you become the odd one out. And you can't let that defeat you mentally. I want you to understand that it is a natural instinct for a lot of people. It's a disorder. And understand that your family is not exempt. As a matter of fact, 9 times out of 10, when you become successful, the first people that's gonna screw you over, talk bad about you, is gonna be those who are closest to you in your life. It don't matter what their title is. It don't matter how thick that blood is. They're gonna get jealous. They're gonna get envious. And you just really can't control it. She's gonna act like she's disappointed in you, like you're her worst kid. But that's not the case. She's just bitter because you've become everything that she never could. You've achieved everything that her favorites couldn't do. I told you, likely you look at all these people that's saying the stuff about you right now, they ain't living life right. They in shambles. They constantly swimming in negative energy. Negative things are always happening in their lives. Why do you think they got so much time to pour energy into your life? Misery really does love company. Whole time you can just be over there playing a video game or you watching something on Netflix and they over there discussing and running a whole smear campaign to bring your character down to the micro group of people that they have. But understand that when you do move on, if you haven't by now, when you do move on and you really start to create your new life, you're going to have way more people that's for you, that know the you that you've worked so hard to develop today. Remember this, you're not unworthy. You're not a failure. You was just raised by somebody who sees your light as competition. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Stop talking to him and move on and keep succeeding. If you relate to this video, tell me about your situation down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Let's build this odd one out community. Let's further discuss how we can heal people who are trapped in a cycle and move on. And we're going to do it in a way to where we're not even bitter about it. I don't want to come off as bitter building this whole community. This is about empowerment. This is about happy, because eventually you're going to start laughing at this stuff because it's so comical and pathetic of these people to treat you this way when all you're doing is just doing better for yourself. You're going to laugh about it eventually. Drop a comment. Till the next time.